Hi, I'm Karen Biefeld. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I have been with Stampin' Up! For about 3.5 years. I really enjoy working with people and showing them how to use our products in fun and creative ways. Today I'm going to show you how to make these really cute butterfly banner clippies, and you can use them with your Project Life albums, you can use them in pocket letters, you can use them in your journals, on the fronts of cards. There's a lot of different things that you could use them for, probably things that I haven't even thought of. So to get started, the first thing I did was take a 1-inch circle punch, and I punched out 2 1-inch circles out of our Whisper White cardstock. And I then took our 1 1/4 inch punch and punched out 1 of the 1 1/4 inch circle. I took my bone folder just to smooth down the edges a little bit, because where the punch gets pushed through, sometimes it just kind of puts a little bend, but your bone folder will fix that right up. Then I took the bitty butterfly punch and I punched 2 of the small butterflies. And our elegant butterfly punch, and I punched 1 of the larger butterflies. Those are so cute. I took the Bermuda Bay Designer Series paper, and I did make all these from my scraps. It's a great way to use up your scraps. This particular design is retiring at the end of the month. I'm not sure what they're replacing it with, but I chose this because the Bermuda Bay color is not retiring. So you can still make your project using the new Bermuda Bay if you like that color combination. Once I was done punching, I took my banner framelit dies and I used the 2nd and 3rd ones up from the smallest one to cut my banners. This camera keeps auto-focusing, so I do apologize. It's my first try at this. But you can see that once you run it through the Big Shot, your die is going to be, or your banner is going to be exactly the same as the inside of the die. And that's going to measure 1 and, I believe it's 1 1/2. It is. So it will fit on your paper clip. Once I was done cutting the banners, I took and I used our cut and score, and I scored it 3/8 of an inch on all 3 of the banners. That gives you a nice clean look, an even look. And 3/8 of an inch is just the right size to fit that over your paper clip and put on your glue. I have reshot this a whole bunch of times because I'm just learning how to work my camera. So I ran out of the really pretty blue paper clips, so I'm going to do this one with the white paper clips. They are just regular 2-inch paper clips that you can get at any office supply store. I took the banner, and you want to keep this part, the open part of the paper clip, up at the top. And I just slid in my banner like so on all 3 of them, keeping that open part at the top. You just have to always remember how to put that, put that in. Okay, let's try that one more time. Oh, got the dropsies. And the large one. I'm going to move these finished ones out of the way now so I have room to work and show you without messing up my other ones. I'm going to just double check to make sure that flap will stay over and that I squirt it properly. Taking the Tombow liquid multi-purpose glue, I just made a couple of little dots of glue. You don't really need a lot of this. A lot of times when people use this, they get frustrated because they're usually using too much of the glue. And the other thing is you kind of have to let it like expose to the air for just a minute or two to let that adhesive kind of thicken up. So while we're waiting for that, we'll glue on our butterflies on our circles. And you just need a little tiny bit of glue on your butterflies. And I like using the glue instead of a tape runner or glue dots because you can kind of wiggle it around while the glue is still wet. So you can get it centered just how you want it. If you put it down wrong, you can just take your finger and move it. Moved it a little too much, so I'm going to have to take my tool and get that excess glue off of there. It's my piercing tool. I'm going to cut one more of the little butterfly because I clipped his wing. And we're just going to put the small ones on exactly the same way. Just a little bit of glue. Not too much. Set that on there how you want it. Move it around. And those are ready to be put on. So then we're going to just take this little 3/8 of an inch flap. We're going to fold that over those little glue dots that we made out of our Tombow. We're going to run that along with the bone folder to hold that down. Make sure it adheres really well. I'm going to do it on all three. And the last one. Don't worry if they pop up. It just meant we didn't hold it down long enough. And they're still going to stick. There we go. Okay, so we're going to flip them over. You can see how they move along that little arm. Kind of like those flags that you see out in the yard. I also do it just along the front a little bit. These paper clips aren't as nice as my little blue ones, but they'll work fine. Took a little Tombow, just made little circles in the middle of each of my embellishments. Just put them on, making sure they're going to stay Really cute. Okay. Finally, we're going to take our Jewel Basic Rhinestones. You get several on this page, 3 different sizes. You can use your Stampin' Write markers to color those. Today I'm just going to use them sparkly and silver. I use the medium-sized ones on my small butterflies. And I'm going to use the giant one on my big butterfly. So pretty. And they're done. So that's the front. And it has a nice finished back too, so I like it because your back is finished and your front is finished. And they're really pretty. I hope you enjoyed this project and you're going to try your own. You can find all of the supplies that I used and the directions on my blog at Stampin' with Karen at blogspot.com, or I should say .blogspot.com. I'll put the address in when I edit it so you can find it, and thank you for watching.